In today's class, you will be able to solve ACT practice questions, more of this kind. Before going to that, two quick points. First one is, uh, one moment, please. Okay, so first one is the Pythagoras theorem, which is side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. In fact, this rule can be used in a right angle triangle. Yeah, in a right angle triangle, you can take this is one side, this is another side, and the side opposite to 90 degrees. This is the hypotenuse. So, I believe that you know that what is Pythagoras theorem. Just thought of giving a quick recap. And second thing is, if two triangles are similar, similar means if two triangles are having the same shape, but maybe differ in size. Differ in size. Let's say that in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, in these two, let's say that angle A equals to angle P, angle B equals to angle Q. That means two angles are fair enough to prove that these two are similar. If these triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides means here AB corresponding side is going to be PQ. Therefore, AB over PQ is equal to then AC corresponding side is PR, so it is AC over PR equals to BC, and the corresponding side is QR. BC over QR. So mainly we are going to use these properties. Well, let's go to the next page. So here, what is the hypotenuse of a right triangle with sides 5 and 8? You know, it's a pretty easy question and a straight question. So let me try to take, okay, so here, okay, one more line. Okay, one more line to make the right angle triangle. It is mentioned that two sides, sides are given as 5 and 8. So let's say that one is 5 and the other side is 8. Remember that it is a right angle triangle. And what is the hypotenuse? What is the hypotenuse? I see that this is the hypotenuse. The side opposite to 90 degrees is known as hypotenuse. As I mentioned before in the beginning of the lesson, that by Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem, it is a side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. So one of the sides that goes here, which is 5, and the other side is 8 that goes here. Therefore, 5 square plus 8 square equals to hypotenuse square. So 5 square is not 5 times 2. Several times I told you it is 5 times 5. That gives us 25. 8 square is 8 times 8, 64 equals to hypotenuse square. So 64, it's going to be 89. That's the hypotenuse square. Now, you know that if square is to be eliminated on one side, the other side we take the square root. So square root of 89. Sometimes our answers may not match, but here I see that this is matching, but sometimes it may not match. In such case, like what is 5 root 4, you may type it on calculator, and whatever you got, you may express this one as a decimal and then you can compare. Anyhow, in this question, we ended up with hypotenuse equals to square root of 89, and I see that this is one of the given options, therefore this is the answer. Okay, let's quickly go to the next question. Given that two sides of a right triangle measure 2 feet and 3 feet respectively with a hypotenuse x, what is the perimeter of this right triangle to the nearest tenth? So again, right angle triangle. So let me draw a right angle triangle. Here this is almost similar to the previous question. Then what is the difference means? That I'll explain. So there is a right angle triangle. Good. So right angle triangle means you know that one angle is 90 and the sides are given. I see that two sides are given. Two sides. So let me see. Two sides are given as 2 feet and 3 feet. Well, therefore one is 2 feet, the other one is 3 feet. And what is the hypotenuse means? Hypotenuse is given that hypotenuse x. Therefore, this is going to be x. Well, just now I explained how to find the hypotenuse. So by Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras theorem is side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. So just let me plug in these values. One side goes here, another side goes here. So 2 square plus 3 square equals to hypotenuse square. 2 square is 2 times 2, that gives me 4. 3 square is 3 times 3, 9. That is hypotenuse square. In my previous problem also I explained that in order to eliminate, don't forget, in order to eliminate the square, the other side you have to take square root. Therefore, let me take, bad. First, let me add them. 4 and 9, that gives me 13 equals to hypotenuse square. Now, let's eliminate the square. So, square root of 13, that's the value of hypotenuse. At this point, I'm using my calculator. What is square root of 13? That's giving me 3.60. So the value of hypotenuse is 3.6. But that's not the end of the story, because the question is what is the perimeter? What is the perimeter? So this is another part. Please remember, Perimeter means that is the total length of the boundary line. Total length of the boundary. So, if a triangle is given, how to find the total length of boundary means, you know, this length added to this length, and just now we got the value of x is 3.6. So if we add all these three, then we'll get the total length of the boundary. Therefore, perimeter is a sum of all sides. Now, bring these values 2, 3 and 3.6 so that you get the sum of all these sides. So one is 2 units, other one is 3 and the third one is 3.6. You may sum up, you get 8.6. I see that the question is given feet, therefore 8.6 feet. So here is the option 8.6 feet. Okay. Do you have any questions? You may type in comment box, please. Okay. Let's go to the next question. If sine x is 12 over 13, what is tan x? So here, sine x, this is related to trigonometry. First of all, what is sine means? Sine x equals to 12 over 13. But we know that sine means that is opposite side to whatever the letter is given. So opposite side to x, or maybe angle x over hypotenuse. Think of SOHCAHTOA. Think of SOHCAHTOA so that you can remember this one. So let me draw a right angle triangle. Let me try a right angle triangle. So a straight line, okay, and one more is this. Well, so let me assume that this angle as x degrees or x. Okay, if it is x, then whenever there is a fraction, if necessary, what you can do is you may consider this as 12a, 13a kind of thing. In my previous sessions already explained. Therefore, opposite side to x degrees is 12a and hypotenuse is 13a. Hypotenuse is 13a. Therefore, let me take that opposite to x, this one is 12a and this one is 13a, and can you figure out this one? Yes, again using the same Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so let's quickly compute by Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. Please don't be in a hurry. This is the hypotenuse. So this goes to here. Please don't be in a hurry. While writing, while plugging in the values, you have to be really careful. So I'm taking one of these sides, which is that goes here, and the second side I don't know. So you may consider that one as an English alphabet. So if you want to, you may label this as maybe ABC. That makes sense. So side square means here I am taking this one here. Again I am repeating. So which is 12a square plus, please do not take this one as the side square because it is not a side, it is hypotenuse. I repeat, this is not a side, this is hypotenuse, the side opposite to 90 degrees. So let me take the other side, which is BC square. We don't know. Then hypotenuse. Again, I'm repeating, this one is hypotenuse, it goes here. Therefore, hypotenuse means 13a square. You may make use of calculator, and here BC square, then 169 a square. Our target is this one, to figure out what is BC. Therefore, let me go for inverse operation, which is subtraction. So after the subtraction, I get BC square equals to, you may make use of a calculator, 25a square. So as you know that if square is removed, the other side square root is to be taken. Therefore, the value of BC is square root of 25a square, which gives me BC is 5a. So that value goes here. BC equals to 5a. Now the question is, what is the value of tan x? What is the value of tan x? So tan, think of Sohcahtoa, so SOH Ka CAH TOA TOA. Therefore, tan equals to, again as I mentioned, think of Sohcahtoa TOA. Okay. Therefore, tan x equals to, it is opposite side to x over adjacent side to x. So opposite side to x means I see that this is 12a, and adjacent means the one next to the angle, it is 5a. Okay, therefore opposite is 12a over 5a. You may get a doubt, how about this one? Can I take this one as adjacent side? Means the answer is no, because already we named this one as hypotenuse. The side opposite to 90 degrees is hypotenuse. Therefore, what is adjacent side means we take this one, which is 5a, and this value goes to the denominator. So 12a over 5a, you may strike out these, so you are left with 12 over 5. Then that's the value of tan x, 12 over 5. See, these questions are not really difficult. Only thing is you have to have a proper plan. In this question, I see that this side is missing. You are asked to find tan. We know that tan is opposite over adjacent. So here adjacent side is missing. Then how to figure out means we have to use Pythagoras theorem. So you have to make a proper plan. Based on that, you have to work to get the solution. Well, let's go to the next question. Here, this one looks something similar to the previous one, but it is not. In what way is this different means? Let's quickly see what it is. ABC, triangle ABC is a right triangle. Okay. So right triangle means this is 90 degrees. Okay. Where angle B is right angle, marked. If angle A is 30 degrees, this is 30 degrees. AB is 4, so AB is given as 4 units. Well, what is the length of BC? So here the question is, what is the length of BC? Let me mark this as a variable. You know, this is given as a right angle triangle. This is given as a right angle triangle. Therefore, we know that this angle is 90 and we know this is 30 degrees. So if you know two angles, can you figure out what is the third angle? Yes, it's easy because we know that sum of three angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. So I know that one angle is given as 90 degrees, right? Because it is given as a right triangle, right? Therefore, one is 90 degrees. And the second angle is given as 30 degrees, 30 degrees. And the third angle is missing here. So let's say that angle C is 180. What is 90 and 30? It is 120 degrees. Plus angle C is 180. Now you know how to isolate. We go for inverse operations and we subtract this one. So when you do that, angle C equals to 60 degrees. So you know this one is, you figure this one as 60 degrees. The question is, what is X? Please notice that here I know two angles 30 and 60. Opposite to 60 degrees I see 4 units. Opposite to 30, this is missing. Now think of law of sine and law of cosine. In fact, the same clue is given. Think of law of sine and law of cosine. Two angles and two sides are involved, then we have to go for law of sine. Law of sine. So law of sine says that A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. Now I see that angle A is given. You see that angle A, and opposite side you can see that that is X. Therefore, first of all, side, remember the lowercase letter indicates that the side. Sine, what is A? I see that A is given as 30 degrees. Therefore, sine 30 degrees. I know B value, but please notice that here, what is the length of B means it is not given and it is not required for us to compute. So I am dropping this fraction. Next, C. C means, please remember, the numerator indicates that the side, which is 4 over sine C. Sine, what is the angle means, you see that it is 60 degrees. Therefore, sine 60. You may make use of a calculator. What is the value of sine 30 means it is 0.5 equals to 4 over sine 60. As per my knowledge, it is going to be root 3 over 2, but still let me use my calculator and check what is sine 60. 0.866. In fact, root 3 over 2 also gives you the same value. Now, at this point, you know how to isolate x value. 0.5 is dividing. We go for inverse operation, then here these two gets cancelled. The value of x is 4 over, let me divide 4 divided by 0.866. Then the result is multiplied by 0.5, 2.309. Oh, see, I know that this is my final answer and this is not matching. Please notice that this is not matching with any of these values. Any of these values. Right? So which one to choose means, anyhow, I see that this value is 2.309, 2.309, right? So I cannot take 3. I cannot take even 4 also. So these two values are knocked off. So what is 4 over 3? So let me use my calculator and check it. 4 divided by 3 is giving me 1.33. This is equals to 1.33. So not even this one. Again, I'm repeating. I ended up with the value of x equals to 2. My bad. So this one is 2.309. Okay. So it's not 1.33, not even this one. So you may check this one. So let me make use of my calculator, which is 4, then 4 root 3, 4 root 3, then divided by 3. It is 2.309. Yes, it is 2.309. Therefore, sometimes when you compute, your answer may not match with the given options. In such case, you may have to convert the given values into decimals so that you can identify the answer. Okay, so questions on this, please. Please type in comments. Let me take you to the next question really quick. An meteor crashed in the desert and created an oblong-shaped crater. Scientists want to find the width of x of the crater as it is near their research facility. Line segments AC and DE intersect at B, making the angles E and D the same. So here angle E and D are the same means I see that this is angle E and angle D. These two are the same. Okay, so uh, my bad. Okay, so angle E and D are the same. In addition to that, do you know that when two triangles are intersecting this way, the angles so formed, which we call them as vertically opposite angles. I hope you remember this one. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so let me take that angle ABE. Let me write here angle ABE may be angle 1 and angle 2 and angle DBC. These two are equal. Why means because vertically opposite angles are equal, right? And it's given that angle E equals to angle D. How do you know means this is given in the question. So angle equals to angle and angle equals to angle. If these two angles are equal, I would say that this triangle and this triangle, these two triangles are similar. But you have to be really careful while writing the statement. So let me draw two triangles. I see that on the left side a big triangle, and the right side a small triangle. I know that 1 equals to angle 1 equals to 2. Agreed? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. So let me write in such a way that these two are at the same position. This is point B, right? So you cannot say angle B equals to angle B. Anyhow, that I'll explain. Next, angle E equals to angle D. Therefore, let me label in such a way that angle E and angle D are at the same position. Does it make sense? Now, what is the third letter of this triangle means? It is ABE. So A goes here. What is the third letter of this triangle? It is BDC. Already have B and D, therefore third one is C. This is the tricky part. Again, I am repeating. While labeling, you have to be utmost careful. I know that these two angles are vertically opposite angles are equal, and these two angles are formed at point B. Therefore, I am taking in such a way that these two are the corresponding angles. That means at the same position. And in the given question, angle E is equal to angle D. It's given angle E and D are equal. Where is that? Yeah, here. Please see that angle E and D are the same. So, I'm drawing in such a way that these two angles are at the same position for these two triangles. Once when you label it, then it's easy to find the third letter because B and E are already labeled. So what is the third letter of this one means? It is ABE triangle. So the third one is obviously A. In the same way, we labeled B and D, then what is the third one means? You can check what is the second triangle, that's going to be C. Well, if two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are proportional, which means BE over BD. Let me write them. BE over BD. My bad, I may write this one. Just a minute. I forgot to write. I'm writing here. If two triangles are similar, then the sides are proportional. Sides are proportional. So, next side, EA and DC, these are corresponding sides. This is equals to EA over DC. And the third one is BA over BC. Therefore, BA over BC. Now let's plug in these values. I see that AB is given 2000 meters. So AB is given as 2000 meters. BD is 1800. This is 1800 meters. DC is 600 meters. EB is 3600. What is the width of the crater? Width of the crater means the question is you are asked to find what is the length of AE. So the question is what is the length of AE? This is the question. What is the length of AE? Now let's plug in these values. What is BE means? BE goes here, which is 3600 over what is BD? BD is 1800, that goes here. 1800 EA. I see that EA, we don't know. Let it be X. What is DC? So DC value goes here. 600. What is BA? I see that BA is 2000. What is BC? It's not known. By the way, we are looking to find the value of X. So I would say that this is the extra stuff, unnecessary information. You may strike or you may drop them. Now, how to find the value of X means, you know that we go for inverse operation, that is times 600 times 600 on both the sides. You may make use of calculator. I think you should get 1200 is the value of X. I see that the units are meters, therefore X value is 1200 meters. That is the width of the crater. Okay? Questions, please. Let's go to the next one. The height of an equilateral triangle is 2 root 3. What is the triangle's perimeter? So, there is an equilateral triangle. I hope you remember that equilateral triangle means a triangle in which all the three sides are equal. Therefore, let me draw an equilateral triangle. Okay, let me move this one a little this side. Well, so here is the equilateral triangle. Now let me draw. Okay, so first of all, I don't know what is the length of each side. So let me assume that this one is X, the other side is X, and the third side is also X. But it is given that the height of equilateral triangle is 2 root 3. So we know the height. We know the height. So let me draw the height. Which is 2 root 3. Please remember, height means that is always perpendicular. Always perpendicular. Now, I see that there are two right triangles here. There are two right triangles. Please notice that. Oops, my apologies. I see that there are two right triangles. Here is one right triangle, and the other one is the remaining, which is the unshaded one. So I see that there are two right triangles. Right? Now, while computing, the base is X. But I see that is split into two halves. Therefore, this is going to be half X, and this is going to be half X. The question is, what is its perimeter? Perimeter means that is the sum of all the sides. Sum of all the sides means I should know what is the value of each side. Then only I can find the perimeter. So here I'm taking this triangle, and I know the height, and I don't know what is this value. Of course, that is half X, and we know the hypotenuse. So let's use the Pythagoras theorem once again. So by Pythagoras theorem, it is side is square plus side is square equals to hypotenuse square. So what is side means? I see that one of the sides is half X square plus what is another side means it is 2 root 3. It is 2 root 3 square. What is hypotenuse means? You see that is x. Therefore, this is going to be x square. Now, x square, just x square only. Half x square means actually it is 1 over 2 square. So 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. That gives me 1 over 4 and x square. So 1/4 x square plus here 2 root 3 square means it is 2 square times root 3 square. So what is 2 square? That gives me 4. What is root 3 square? Root 3 times root 3, root 9. Root 9, square root 9 means that gives me 3. Therefore, it is technically 4 times 3. So, 1/4 x square plus 4 times 3, that is 12, equals to x square. Always we try to eliminate we try to isolate the variable. So let me go for inverse operation, which is take away 1/4 x on both the sides. Then after the cancellation, 12 equals to x square minus 1/4 x square means just assume that you have $1, and from that, if you take away a quarter, $1 take away a quarter means then you are left with 3/4. Does it make sense? Therefore, equals to 3/4 of x square. Here 3 over 4 is multiplying. 3 over 4 is multiplying the x square. Then what is the inverse operation means? We go for division. So division of 3 over 4 on both the sides. My bad, here not enough space. So 12 divided by, let me erase this part, 3 over 4. So what happens is, division means we go for reciprocal. Here 3/4 and 3/4 gets cancelled. Then x square equals to, division means we take the reciprocal, which is 4 over 3. Then x square, you'll end up with the 16. As you know that to eliminate square, we take square root on the other side. So finally, you'll get the value of x equals to 4. X means that's the side. Now, I know that each side of this triangle is 4 units, equilateral triangle, right? Now, what is perimeter? Perimeter means that is the length of boundary. How do you get the length of boundary means? That is by taking sum of all sides. So sum of all sides means just now we got each side is 4. Each side is 4. Therefore 4 plus 4 plus 4, that gives us 12 units. Therefore, here is the answer. Okay. The next question. Okay, let me take this question. The base angle of an isosceles triangle is 5 more than twice the vertex angle. Oh, it looks it is difficult, but it is not. First of all, let me draw a triangle. Let me draw a triangle. Okay. So this triangle is an isosceles triangle. So what is an isosceles triangle? Means I hope you remember that a triangle in which two base angles are equal. You know, these are base angles which are equal in measure. This is a base angle. This is another base angle. And the remaining the third angle, this is called as a vertical angle or the angle of vertex. This is angle of vertex. Now let's quickly jump to the topic. Here I see that the base angle, see, the base angle of an isosceles triangle is 5 more than twice the vertex angle. There is a rule, there is a statement which one to be taken as a variable x means the one which comes later, the one which comes later, which is vertex angle. Okay, again I'm repeating, which one to take as x means if there are two elements, say here base angle and vertex angle, which comes in the latter stage, that is taken as x. Therefore, let's say that let's say vertex angle equals to x degrees. Then base angle equals to, I'm writing the whole statement, base angle is 5 more 5 more than twice vertex angle. Here I am going to give you one tip. Base angle, you separate them into bits and pieces, is 5 more 5 more than twice vertex angle. Then the next step is base angle is means equals to 5 more means positive sign, twice means 2 times. What is vertex angle means just now we thought this as x, so it is 5 plus 2x. Now you know, just now we labeled this one as x degrees, this one is 5 plus 2x, and the other base angle is also 5 plus 2x. We know the condition that sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Therefore, the first one is x, the second one is 5 plus 2x. So let me sum up all these. X degrees, 5 plus 2x, and the next one I see that this is also 5 plus 2x. So sum of these three angles equals to 180 degrees. If there is no number associated or no coefficient like 1x plus 2x plus 2x. So 1x plus 2x, that is 3x, 3x plus 2x, that gives me 5x. Then here let me sum up 5 and 5, that gives me 10. So 5x plus 10 equals to 180 degrees. Here onwards it's a very easy task for you by taking the inverse operation. 5x equals to 170 division by 5, x equal to 5 is x is 34. But this is not the end of the story, because The question is, what is base angle? What is base angle? You know, we know that base angle is 5 plus 2x. Base angle equals to 5 plus 2x. Now, let me plug in these values. It is 5 plus 2. The value of x, 34. Then you may make use of calculator. You'll end up with 73 degrees. You got the answer. That's it for me for today's session. Do you have any questions? Please type in chat box.